Well, today was not a very fun day in the market for me. Had some nice moves in the market, but had some mental lapses today that we can learn some good lessons from. So, I consider myself lucky that I didn't end up losing any money today. I actually ended up the day up $62, but as you can see, I was all the way up here at $300 today in the classic case of over trading and revenge trading and everything else in between. So let's talk about some of those things and see what we can figure out and what we can learn from them. Doesn't matter how good you get at reading the charts, placing your trades, and anything like that. If you can't control your mentality or your mental state, you're never going to win long term. And I think every trader struggles with this, and it's probably the biggest thing that new traders have to learn. And I had to learn, and I'm still learning, is to control your mind game. You have to come into the market with a good mindset, good clear mind, or the market's going to take advantage of you every time. So for me this morning, a bunch of things came together, but one of the main things, I came into the day with a bias. I had been trying to long Palantir for a couple days now, and I thought with this nice move yesterday, I was convinced we're going to have a nice follow-through upside move on Palantir today. So of course that didn't happen. And Apple was another one that I had been waiting for long. So I came into the day already with a bullish bias for no reason. And just not in a good mental state to start the market this morning. And once the market opens, stuff starts flying around. It's not a time to try to get your shit together. You better have your shit together before the market opens, or you're going to be struggling the rest of the day like I was today. So that was the first two mistakes, not coming in with a clear focused mind. Second thing, having a bullish bias. Then the third thing was, so another stock that I had been watching was Intel. We talked about that yesterday, about this double top. And we said yesterday if we needed a stock to go short, Intel would be that stock. Well, today had a beautiful move. Perfect move, exactly what I was looking for. But wouldn't you know it, I wasn't in it. I was in it, but I wasn't in it. So this morning, the first 15-minute candle shot up here and filled the gap. And my dumbass entered up here. Or when I saw this wicking off of here, I thought it was going to capitulate down first thing in the morning. So I entered up here. Options. So that was my third mistake I make. I never allow myself to enter a trade in the first 15 minutes of the day. So I entered the first 15 minutes of the day this morning because I wanted a big trade, because I was missed out on Palantir. Well, Palantir wasn't happening. My plan for the day didn't pan out, so I thought I had to make up for it with this Palantir. This Intel. So the first 15-minute wicked up here, I got short. Broke like 3 rules on this first trade. First, got in too early. Shouldn't have got in on this first 15-minute. Second, oversized. And third, just too big of a spread on the options. So I was oversized, the options were spready. I was down almost as soon as I got in. And this next candle pushed up here, and I was already down like over $200 on the day. And this was the first 30 minutes of the day. And I was already freaking out. And during that same time, Apple started to push. We had this pop up this morning, then we pushed the second candle, broke up above there, and we started flagging here underneath yesterday's high. And I was so desperate for a long that I entered here early. So now we spent the next hour and a half just chopping sideways here, burning up my theta. Contracts kept drifting down, and in the meantime I was in this Intel and was hoping for a long, and the SPY was actually moving up first thing this morning. I mean, the first 2-3 hours of the day we were drifting higher. So as soon as Intel came back down here, I took profits at break even, and then it started to try to bounce off of this low of the day. I waited for this candle to close. It closed above today's low. I thought we were going to double bottom here, and I got out. And I got out like 10 seconds later. We freaking dumped all the way down here. This could have been one of the best trades of the year for me, but I had to watch it go, and I wasn't in it. I was in it up here. It was even oversized. So if I would have held this, it would have been probably the best trade of the year. But I wasn't in it because I got in early, and I oversized, and I was bullish biased. So that happened, and then Apple actually popped up over here, and I came back into the green and actually turned my account. That's when my account. So this was when I was down here, $200 down on the day on that Intel. And then this Apple actually got me all the way up here. And then I actually played Google as well. Google held yesterday's low here, popped, broke out over this high, and I entered here. Made some money off of here, but I didn't really get any follow through. Pulled back. It was basically a break even trade. I made some on it. So with Google and Apple, I made back that money I lost on Intel. I didn't end up losing $200 on Intel because I sold some up here and then sold the rest at break even. So now here I was, after all that said and done, missed out on that trade. Good trade on Apple, and now it was noon. I was up here $300 up. But for me, sometimes it hurts more, pisses me off more to miss out on a big trade like this than it does to lose money. And this, I mean, this would have been a couple $1,000 trade if I would have held this. And I couldn't get that out of my head. I would try to revenge trade this afternoon. NVIDIA. I was waiting for a long on NVIDIA. Nice move yesterday. Pulled back. Held. So this is the low of the day yesterday. Came down here. Yeah, right here. Right here is the low of yesterday. This morning, kind of double bottomed here. I entered some here. No, never mind. I didn't enter here. I didn't enter till over here. This week I entered here, pulled back, I entered here again, pulled in, back, I entered here again. I wanted a big trade. I expected this to pop back up here to the high of the day, and I was going to make my money back. I got lost out on Intel. I ended up being in like 10 contracts by the time it came. Every time it dipped down to here, I entered. I was way oversized, trying to make my money back that I didn't make on Intel. Finally it broke down. I stopped out. Lucky enough to stop out, still up $60 on the day. So I have no idea how I'm in the green today, but I'm grateful that I'm not down way big. But so learned a lot of lessons today. None that I hadn't known already, but sometimes I just need a punch in the gut to remind you how gullible you can get sometimes, I guess. But yeah, so we're gonna go hit the gym, get this. I'll come back tomorrow, clear head, focused. Oh, and let's not forget, tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. Oh, that's today. Yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow, FOMC statement, and then the 2:30 press conference. So I'm probably gonna try to trade in the morning, and then the afternoon. Ideally, make some profits in the morning, take some profits. What I like to do over the Fed, so you're going to get a big spike whenever the statement comes out or the press conference starts. Who knows is it's going to be up or down, but I like to enter, if possible, I'm going to try to enter a trade tomorrow morning. Multiple contracts, hopefully take some profits, and hopefully be able to hold at least one or so contracts into the meeting in case, and we'll just set stop losses. You got a 50-50 shot. If something like this, like a news event like this, I don't care what anybody says, you got a 50-50 shot. So make sure, the way I like to play it, get into a position in the morning if you can, take some profits off, set your stop loss at break even and let it ride. Maybe it's an all or nothing type of trade. Well, not all or nothing because you got a stop loss set, but it's like either I'm going to get stopped out at break even or I'm going to make a boatload of money, because you could easily see a couple dollars spiking within a couple seconds when the Fed comes out. And nobody knows what Kevin Warsh is going to say, so just be prepared for that. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention that I forgot about was Friday. On Friday, the market will be closed for some kind of holiday. So just make sure you're not holding swings into Friday or for next week, or just at least be mindful of that. The market won't be open on Friday, so Friday we go golfing. Maybe. We'll have to see. Alright, have a good one.